In this section of the site, we're going to discuss I-601A waivers. Let me explain what these waivers are all about. Many people entered the United States illegally through a border, whether Mexico or Canada, or they came in with a specific visa, such as a crewman's visa. These scenarios, a person, if they marry an American citizen, they cannot adjust their status in the United States. In other words, they can't get their green card in the United States. They have to leave the country to get the green card. The problem is, once they leave the country, a certain law says that they cannot return and get their green card and live here for 10 years. And they have to stay out of the country for 10 years. Now, there are waivers that allow you to reduce the time period. And the I-601 waiver is one such waiver. Until recently, a person would have to leave the country and apply for the waiver at the U.S. consulate. What this meant is that the person would have to wait outside of the United States, not knowing if the waiver is going to be approved, and just wasting time in a nervous state to see if the waiver is going to get approved. And these waivers would normally get approved if a person is not a criminal or something they've done very bad in the immigration laws. It would get approved. But if they didn't have children, U.S. children, they could stay out for a year or more. And if they had a wife and kids, they probably would come back in 6 months or less. But still, that's a big problem for people, to be separated and to wonder for up to a year whether it will be approved or not. Well, what happened this March? President Obama passed an executive order that created a new type of 601 waiver. It's called the I-601A waiver. And the difference is, under this new waiver program, you can file the waiver in the United States and wait here the 4 or 5 months that it takes for them to decide the waiver. And if it's approved, then you schedule an interview abroad. And in most cases, you go abroad and you stay there 3-4 weeks. You have to have a medical exam, and you have to have a basic interview to prove that the marriage is real, that it's a valid marriage. But normally that's not a problem in these cases. If they deny the case, you can't appeal it, but you could file it again. So these I-601A waivers are excellent. We've done already in our office, filed over 100 cases. We've had 40 some odd approved, and a dozen people already have left the United States and come back within the 3 or 4 weeks' time. So if you need assistance in applying for a 601 waiver, our office can help you. Just click on the sign to schedule an appointment, and I'll be there waiting to speak to you.